Hey, people still bitch about Game of Thrones spoilers, and that came out in the 90s.
It did come out in the 90s. One of my favorite authors is actually releasing a prequel to a trilogy he wrote in the late 90s, and I got really excited about it, actually, just because I was like, hey, I loved that trilogy. I'm so excited. And the last book came out in like 1996. He was really firmly like, I'm never writing any more of this series of books, and then there you go.
My new thing that I like to do whenever someone is an asshole to me in real life, like if I'm waiting online for something I just turn around and say something really shitty about Game of Thrones.
Like a spoiler or that it's bad?
It's a spoiler. Like I'll just spoil Game of Thrones. Whether or not they watch it, I don't know, but statistically I'm going to say they do.
Right.
So I'll just turn around and say something.
It'll work sometime.
I can't even use an example on this stream because I don't want to spoil it for everybody.
So vicious.
No, they're vicious first.
Okay. They were jerks first, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's
personal jerks.
Here's an important
Mutually
question.
assured jerk destruction.
What fighting style should I go with?
Kung Fu.
So Paul. Okay, so we're the Escapist, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Hello!
Hi.
We have an empty seat at the moment because Greg Tito will be joining us later.
Yeah, he'll be in just a minute. And
He's a bard. No one cares about him.
we're currently
The board.
at the end of last session. We leveled up,
Yes.
and so Paul, our ranger, Maro Footlight, he's not Maro Footlight.
I am
Hoult. You're Hoult and Dune. That's Greg's part. Our ranger Hoult is leveling up to 2nd level, and you have to decide whether you're going to be a ranged combat ranger or a
Basically,
ranger, right?
either I go with an archery bonus, a defense bonus, or a 2 of fighting bonus. And I like the idea of a defense bonus because that just makes it a little tougher.
So
I thought you wanted to be like the most bestest archer ever.
I know it's torn because it's like archery, defense, rough. Or here. Tell you what, we'll leave it up to the roll of the die.
Wow, really?
Are you real? What?
Evens, I'll
Who
be
does
archer.
that?
Odds, I'll be defense.
Okay.
Evens it is, archer.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna snipe some people. That was a 2, by the way. I don't know. We're still working out this dice.
Can we make this camera closer?
No.
We can zoom it in, but the problem is that because we have such a unique area where dice rolls begin.
It's made of actually wood repelling magnets.
Yeah.
Just put the thing higher.
Closer to the
I was just gonna make it higher.
Here, just put those in there. You guys can roll this.
I'm
not
rolling your horrible curse dice
They
of usual size.
fine.
They do not. All
They
the
do
big
fine.
dice. People on the stream will back me up. All the big dice you've ever rolled in that thing, they are readable, but they've always rolled really horrible.
I'm gonna roll the shit out of this dice. Honestly, I think if we pull these higher, you can see better. That's just my.
So
they won't roll as well. Anyways,
so yeah, a couple people leveled up.
So a couple people leveled up.
I came prepared.
Justin is pre-leveled up because he wasn't here last week.
I was going to finish up my character from last week. So John was like, "Oh yeah, everybody's gonna level up, so just start yourself at 2." So I was like, "Oh, well, I still need to fill out all this other things."
So last week, our characters were traveling across the open fields to the east of Baldur's Gate, headed towards most of them towards the town of Greenest. Which, when they arrived at the town, they found it under attack by, I like this is really good, Janelle, under attack by a dragon and a large group of raiders of some kind or another. The raiders seemed pretty dedicated to murdering everybody in town.
See, this is when you just turn around and go back to Baldur's Gate. You're just like, well,
we tried.
You guys
I tried.
Oh, you did try.
I did try.
You were like, actually, let's not do that.
And then Tito ran in.
You know what's really great this time of year? Waterdeep. Let's go.
It's lovely in Waterdeep.
Let's go visit Waterdeep. We'll all become merchants and not adventurers.
It'll be great. Nope, didn't work out that way for you. Not even a little bit, actually.
First level ranger.
I was playing loads of Waterdeep last night, so Waterdeep's on my mind.
So what else happened?
So the town was under attack by a dragon. So you all kind of went about various heroics in the town. You saved civilians from certain death and defended the keep at the center of the town from assault and shot arrows impotently at the dragon as it flew past and didn't care. eventually the dragon kind of gave up and went home.
I scared it off. Get the story right, DM.
Before Hoult decided that he was going to
bravely
throw down a one-on-one combat with a half dragon.
I could have taken him.
So I have a funny story about this.
I could have taken him.
When Paul was relating this story before I watched the stream, he made it sound like Hoult got like coerced into this, and like nobody else wanted to do it.
Get
and,
out of
he
here!
had to man up and be the one to like duel this. And I go and watch the stream, and Paul there's somebody's got to duel this guy. I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's just instantly volunteered.
I think it's funny that Justin read way too much into me telling him that I did a one-on-one duel.
I don't know, Paul.
Take one for the team. I think it's hilarious.
I think it was all in the retelling.
I know you, and sometimes
the fighter in the
Not
group
all
didn't
the
even get a
time.
chance to be
to say I will do it.
I have the highest armor class. Maybe I should go fight.
I don't think it mattered either way because Paul got one-shotted by the dragon's lightning breath.
But I happen to think that the unnamed cleric was very dashing and was clearly the best NPC in the adventure.
Okay. Oh yeah.
If I screamed out anything with the most frequency in this game, it was cleric.
Yep.
That is actually true. That happened.
Yeah, unfortunately I was out of town last week, so
I have a question.
Without a cleric.
What's up?
So in regards to spellcasting, do I have access to all the level 1 spells, or do I have to specifically pick one that my ranger?
Are you going spellcasting too?
It'll probably tell you under spellcasting. Actually, every character is going to end up with spells.
Yeah.
In this party.
So we very specifically
Maybe I won't do that then.
picked a party that was a lot of hybrid characters.
I have 2 first
because
level
we
spells.
didn't have a very large number of characters.
Okay.
So it's a lot harder to So sometimes Paul wants to be a great archer, but sometimes Paul's gonna need to mix it up in melee. So, and that's why we're I'm a war priest, so
I
I'm
must
still
pick
the cleric, but
I must pick 2 spells from the ranger's list. So I will do that.
You learn a couple spells. What spells are you looking at?
I guess they don't have the
well, let's see. There's there's cure wounds. So in case our cleric doesn't feel like healing anybody, I can get cure wounds.
Right.
Cure. I think that's on the top.
You should probably do
just
that.
having 3
characters with healing already.
Yeah.
There's.
But Tito's gonna want to use most of his.
There's ensnaring strike, which I can use to pin
heal
somebody.
anyone once
like
last
that.
command.
He also put 15 kobolds to sleep, didn't he?
He did.
He did put a pile of kobolds.
Yeah.
That's proactive healing. You're healing by
healing.
avoiding damage.
There's long strider, which doesn't seem very useful.
So rangers get spells at level 2, fighters get them at level 3?
Yeah, you'd get a spell at level 3.
If you chose that
you
specific
become a
specialization.
knight.
That's what I want to do.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be really awesome.
Merjagic.
Oh.
Wait until I get magical.
Merjagical.
Yeah.
Hunter's Mark seems useful.
Yeah. Magical.
What does Hunter's Mark do, Paul?
All right. Until the spell ends, I pick a target until the spell ends, which is an hour. I deal extra D6 damage to it whenever I hit it with a weapon attack.
If you're going ranged, that sounds really good.
I have advantage on any wisdom or perception or survival checks.
Do you have to use a whole action for that, or is that bonus?
Bonus action. One bonus action.
Oh wow! So you just get to
do that.
Something.
I'm gonna go with that. That's gonna be 1.
Well, it's also very flavorful for the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
What's the range on that?
You over there, boy.
90 feet.
Oh wow, that's
The components are V though. I don't know what that means.
Verbal.
Oh, okay.
So you actually only have to be able to speak to cast the spell.
You.
Yeah, you don't even need hands.
I'm calling you out.
Yeah, that's actually what it is. I'm calling you out.
You.
And then, do we want to talk to animals?
Sometimes that's useful.
Well,
I don't know.
I have always wanted to talk to animals because I love ponies and I love kitties and I love little deer and I love. No one's gonna stop me.
See, I don't know
Nope.
what kind
No
of.
one's gonna let you
I was
roll.
waiting.
Yeah.
DM John is in relation to that because I've seen people go multiple ways where it's sure you could talk to a squirrel, but it's still a squirrel.
Well, it's primarily concerned with squirrel things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can cast Goodberry.
Where did the orcs go to? Nuts.
I love DMing.
It's kind of like
people
the
have talked
seagulls
to animals.
in
Nemo. Mine.
Yeah.
As a person who worked in the park service for a while, I really enjoy role playing animals. just because I know what they're actually concerned with most of the time.
Yeah.
But animals notice and pay attention to a lot more things than you think. Like squirrels usually know where, like people with routines, squirrels know where and when you're going to be. Like they understand that about you if they live around your house.
Did you know squirrels also, whenever they're hunting nuts around a tree, they always do it in a perfect distance between the other squirrel? So if there's 2, they will be on the other side of the tree. If there's 3, they will automatically spread out. So they have
do like a little equilateral.
Yeah, they do equidistance.
You can watch them do that with you. If you see a squirrel go up into a tree, you should walk up to it. It'll go around to the other side of the tree and hang there. And if you walk around the tree, it'll stay on the opposite side of the tree from you. Yeah.
How to fuck with a squirrel 101. You learned it here first.
There you go.
There's also
useful life skills here on the Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
My character leveled up to level 2.
It's true.
It's a fighter.
It's true.
What am I supposed to be doing right now?
You're going to get 1d10 plus Constitution modifier hit points.
Okay.
Or
wait, there's an or?
You can just take 5 plus Constitution modifier.
It would be
maybe 6.
Yeah.
So you can,
because it's 5 points.
What's your con modifier?
+1.
I'm gonna go with
you can
speak
take
with animals.
7 hit points.
I feel like 7 is a good number.
10 plus 1 hit points.
I feel like 7's a good number.
Statistically,
50% shot to get as many or more than you can just take.
No, it's less than 50% actually.
It's way less.
You round
50%.
up.
Wait.
So it's 5.5.
You roll a 1 through 5.
Yeah, no. So
and get less hit points, or a 6 through 10, and get equal to or more hit points. It's a 50% shot to get equal to or more.
No, but so like over the course of let's say like 10 levels, the actual average is 5.5. So
we're not talking about 10 levels. We're talking about right now, Justin. Right now.
I rolled a Janelle, and I'm like the biggest
worst player ever.
No, just like the total like in 20 levels like taking the the 6 versus the 5 or risking a 5.5. Yeah, you'll have.
What if I roll a 1?
Then you have a 1.
Then you get 2 more hit points, and it'll be awesome.
Okay, what do you guys think I should do? This is why you
put Constitution as your highest ability score.
Fine, I'll roll.
Because I'm like that.
Our chat like to remind us that actually how fighters work is that the first spell they learn is A, and then the second spell they learn is B, and then the third is C, and then from there it goes to Z. And by level 26, they know the full alphabet.
Wow, that's good.
So that's good for fighters.
That's a lot of spells.
That is a lot of spells for fighters.
And they can combine those to make words. They
can.
can use speak language.
Bees. I think at this point it's write language.
Oh.
Because I'm sure they can speak it fine. They just don't exactly know. I punch things.
Do you know many fighters? Because, I know a few and just no. Just absolutely not.
Intelligence is not this party's strong suit.
No, I don't think anyone in this party is really... Well, actually, no. Janelle's character is really smart.
I've got a 16 intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's actually really smart.
I am, I got 12. I got +1. So I'm smarter than your average bear.
So I increased my hit points and what's
You're
next?
smarter than a bear.
Congratulations.
Good baseline.
Hey, bear's pretty smart.
Is that it?
So your health goes up?
Yeah.
You get another hit die.
Okay.
So you change that to
2d10.
2d10.
Greg!
Hey.
And Greg Tito's here.
Just can't see him yet.
We can't talk crap. We can't talk crap about the bard anymore.
Yes, we can.
Sure, we can.
All right.
This is a very different setup. Hello, everyone. I have my RC
So I have
Cola.
2d10 hit dice.
Did you say RC Cola?
Yeah.
Red can of power.
Yep.
What else would you get? Open the book. Go to the fighter page.
Give me.
Check out that table. One of them
Do you know where it is?
Oh, we're leveling up.
That's true.
I'm splashing the table with dice. You're just gonna have to deal.
I think they're in alphabetical order.
Are they really?
That's Barbarian.
Just so you guys know, my dice bag.
The Crown Royal bag.
No. Even better.
There you go. Nope.
It's the Tito's handmade vodka bag.
Yes.
My dice bag's the Crown
And you
Royal
get
bag.
an action surge.
And it's actually getting ratty, which means I need to buy more Crown Royal.
A lot of people say.
that's just tragic too.
I mean, we're not using a grid, and we're not using dry erase markers, but a lot of people prefer the Crown Royal bag because it can double as a dry erase eraser.
Basically, it allows you spend the action surge.
That's the major use for this over like a leather bag or something like that.
And then you have to finish a short or long rest before you can use it again.
So did you bring your pants today?
No, pants are off.
I'm after your bard.
All my pants are off.
Did your bard get new pants?
No.
After Pants off. Did you ever watch that show?
Is it
That's an actual show?
That was an actual show on Much Music. Pants off, pants off.
I don't need to know that exists before thinking about it. I'm good.
For our Canadian fans.
I used to watch Much Music in the back.
Well, you're basically Canadian.
Well, I grew up basically next to Canada, so I got a lot of Canadian television.
Next to Canada.
Really? So did you get it from the aerial?
It was part of DirecTV, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Pants off. Yeah. That's
We're close enough to Canada. Close enough to Canada for poutine.
Well, that's a special kind of magic.
You don't even have to be close to Canada.
Very special kind of magic.
I cast poutine.
Do you know what I think I did wrong all last session?
What's that?
I have dueling, and I don't think I ever added +2 to any of my rolls.
You did because it's +6 on your sword deck.
That's why all your stuff is +6.
So.
Okay.
What do you get at level 2? Is it awesome?
Huh?
What did you get at level 2? What new power did you get?
I got Action Surge. I get to use once before short or long rest, get to use one additional action a turn.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
That's my level 2 thing.
That's what you got.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Great.
It's really good for like you miss something and you're like, oh no, I really want to hit something. So it's like,
or it's really good
I really want to murder
something and hit them twice.
Or it's extra good at that's a dragon. I'm gonna run twice, then action surge, then run twice again.
And I
Justin, you weren't here last session.
Yes.
When a dragon shows up, I generally tend to leave the scene.
I watched the scene. I watched the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, when dragon shows up, I scared off.
I rallied everyone and left.
I do.
How does that work for you?
Put a couple arrows in it, make it reconsider its life choices.
Reconsider its life choices.
Maybe I shouldn't be a
Maybe
dragon.
you don't want to be a dragon.
No. I don't want to make it, get confused and get all possible about what is to be a dragon. I want to reconsider its life decisions as in, why am I here being shot by arrows when I can be somewhere else and not being shot by arrows? And they go somewhere else, and guess what happens? They don't get shot by arrows.
I like that.
See,
for them.
Okay.
I think the problem with this is that it doesn't quite have the context. Like, sure, getting shot by arrows is bad, but when you're the size of a house, it's probably more like there's some mosquitoes over here. Maybe I should, go over there.
Where have we last left off?
Where did we last leave
You guys
off?
were dragging Paul's unconscious body back into the keep?
Yeah, you had dragged Paul's unconscious body back into the keep, revived him, and gotten a full night's rest. And the sun had kind of dawned over the smoky chaos of the ruins of the town. And a kind of dawn patrol had been sent out, and the raiders are gone.
Okay. So it's morning.
It is. It is very much morning.
So I got Song of Rest.
What?
Which is, I can do I tell you guys a story, because I'm not a songful bard. I'm a vocal storyteller, actor bard.
You're Odysseus.
Yeah, exactly. I tell really good stories. Soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies. So basically, during a short rest, you guys will be able to gain an extra 1d6 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's...
So
more healing for the party.
Yes.
I appreciate that, Bard.
Yes, I will be able to soothe your wounds, Hoult.
Yeah. Sounds, when I was bringing you in for vagrancy, before I had to do that, your songs did
I'd love to hear this elaborate story.
touch some of my heartstrings.
When did you get Southern?
I'm still working on the accent.
It's just
It
fluctuates.
Malleable accent.
Well,
yeah, we all do.
Ptolemy had to go through a couple accents, so he finally hit his rhythm. So this is our second session with new characters. Cut me some slack. I mean, I might be rushing in an hour, okay?
Russian.
You
Russian.
I'll inevitably do that at one point during this campaign with a recurring villain. I'll just flip flop their accent like halfway through without realizing I did it.
Okay, Mother
Tangent.
Dragons
We've been
are
running a
scared of
vampire
Hoult.
campaign for 5 weeks now, and on the 5th week, Paul shows up.
My character's Russian.
Full out Russian. And I was like, where did this come from, Paul?
And it's like, it's been 3 weeks since I want to play this character. I don't remember what my concept was for him.
What was I doing for my character voice?
I don't remember, so I'm just going to make it up.
Yeah.
So now he's Russian. I mean,
You gotta wing it.
The backstory was he was an old from the old country.
Good call.
You know,
I mean,
before he came over and
There's a lot of old countries though.
There's a lot of old countries.
No, actually, there's just one. It's the old country.
The old country.
Yeah, it's sorry. I mean,
I think you have to include the though. You have to emphasize
the
it.
old country.
Yeah.
I agree.
Singular.
Just the one.
Yes.
I say.
Everyone's grandma is from there.
So I wake up.
Wake up in the morning like P. Diddy. Kesha starts playing.
what the
I
hell?
shut it off.
No.
Tick-tock
You're-
on the clock.
You're terrified
something,
by
something.
the magical talking box next to you.
So
Why box?
while
Why?
everyone is waking up, I quickly peer outside of the keep and
Okay.
sort of survey the land.
Yeah, so there are villagers scattered around the town. They are clearing rubble out of the streets. Some of them seem to be trying to put out kind of remains of some fires that were started during the night. There are people kind of piling valuables from the ruins of their home, carrying like broken furniture and things like that out into the streets to try and get it out of the way. Kind of general chaos going on, but it's the kind of resigned, organized choices of people who are committed to where they live and are trying to carry on with their lives after this terrible thing happened to them.
So I'm gonna approach the closest group that's
Okay.
piling their valuables and
Right.
and I'm gonna start helping them.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
While I do that, I'm also going to try to pocket something.
Okay.
You're a horrible person.
There's not really much of true value left,
Do I not see anything
right?
of
Like
value?
what's left to these people? They have like a broken mirror, a like wooden idol with a chunk taken out of it by a sword blow. It's clear that these raiders were thorough. They took everything of good value, of high value,
Okay.
that they could find.
Oink.
The people you're helping though are very happy for the help, you know, and they thank you and they're like, "Well, I'm so glad that you and your friends showed up when they did. The governor said that you were a huge help to us and saved all those people from the temple."
You are very welcome. That's why we're here.
Well, I don't know what we would have done without you.
It appears that your, house is in ruins and nightfall will come soon. I hand them a candle.
Okay, that was good of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, by about breakfast time, 9 o'clock, the sun's been up for a few hours. Wherever the various of you are, you're brought to Governor Nighthill in the hall of the keep.
Okay.
And he seems much recovered from last night. He is still limping a little bit from his wound, and he still has his arm in a sling, but you guys did get him magical aid at the time, and that was Caldron who did that, so you're obviously very in favor around here right now, right? Like, it's clear that, and you were also fighting on the walls of the keep to hold off the dragon.
Unlike some people who ran away.
Generally a favored person. So, Nighthill kind of brings you forward and gives you food, and he's like, "I have a job for you all, if you'll take it."
Anything to help down?
Does the job involve sleeping?
No.
Do you sleep too
Does
much?
it involve payment?
Yes.
I'm in.
It's good to hear. You may want to hear what the job is.
I'm still in.
I want to know who attacked us and why. I want to know where their camp is. I want you to locate their camp, find out who their leaders are, what's motivating the attacks, when they plan to strike and where next. If you can recover any of our valuables, of course, we would appreciate it. And I can give you a reward out of what's left of the town treasury.
May I speak, Governor?
Of course.
This is really important to our ability to accomplish this mission for you. Do you know of a man named Leosin?
I don't. Sorry. And at this point, actually, you hear someone say, Leosin?
I turn and I go, yes.
There's a young man, a human, who walks up to you. He's limping heavily, and he has a crutch. He's got a heavily bandaged left leg. He says, Leosin, did you see him?
No, but I've been looking for him.
Where is he?
Oh no. Let me explain. My name is Nassim Waladra. Leosin is my master. He trained me. He's a monk from Berdusk. Do you know him?
I'm here seeking him.
He disappeared last night during the battle. After we fought some of the raiders off on the edge of town, a few others and I fought our way to the keep, barely, but Leosin didn't make it. We went back this morning to look for him, but all we found was his staff broken and this choker. And he holds out this, what looks like a leather choker that is snapped at the back, but it has a silver dragon pendant on it. He always wore this. He wore it everywhere. He wouldn't have given it up willingly.
May I see it?
Of course. He hands it to you.
I look at it over and I go...
It's made of silver and it's in the shape of a silver dragon.
Is that magical?
Has he been confirmed dead?
No. He's been investigating these raiders for months. I fear he may have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated, or he was captured and carried away as a prisoner. There was no body. But no one understands them better than he does. If we can get him back, his knowledge will be invaluable against them.
Do you think he might have gone to their camp?
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a headstrong man.
So somehow he might have infiltrated their number and retreated with them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, he may be at the camp.
It's something he would try. One of my brothers has already just departed for Berdusk to bring back more help, some more of our order. But anything you can do before then would be a godsend. I'm in no shape to do anything, kind of gestures to his wounded leg.
What is your order?
Our order? We're monks. We perfect our bodies physically and our minds mentally. We collect knowledge and preserve it.
And what is the name of your order?
We don't have an order, a name necessarily. We're just affiliated with the library at Candlekeep. Our monastery, though, is in Berdusk. We were traveling back from Candlekeep.
I feel as though our purposes are aligned. I need to find Leosin. The governor wants us to find what caused this chaos. If Leosin has gone after those who attacked the town, we may be able to find him on our way, if he is still alive.
I would appreciate anything you could do. Any news you could bring at all. If he's dead, I need to know so I can mourn and move on.
May I hold on to this choker in case we find him?
Yes, certainly. And the governor at this point butts into the conversation and says, I would appreciate it if you could recover Leosin. It sounds like he may know more than you'll be able to find out simple reconnaissance, but the matter remains pressing that we need to know where these people are based and what they're going to do. The treasury is diminished, but I can offer you a reward.
Helping the town's reward enough for us.
For Hoult, it's enough reward for Hoult.
It's enough reward for us.
Hoult doesn't like gold, he's allergic.
Just to be clear, John, this is just their group that's assembled right now, correct?
You're there too.
Okay,
you were called as
passively.
part of this group.
Okay.
It's like, look, he's sort of, it's clear to Nighthill that you guys are mercenaries at least, adventurers at best.
Okay.
I think.
I will stop being quiet.
Yeah.
Alright, well, a good fight is enough for me.
Hopefully it won't be too much of a fight. Their numbers were quite overwhelming.
Well, there'd be no sport in that.
I scared off the dragon,
I think
so...
it was a scouting mission.
Would you stop talking about scaring off the dragon?
Can I put the choker
Scared it
on?
off.
No, it's broken.
We've mentioned it many times. I will give you a sign.
You weren't there. You got scared off.
I can give you a sign. so that anytime you want to say that, you can just hold it up and be like, "Oh, hold the Dragon Slayer, scare her."
If you can bring me the information I need, I can get you 250 pieces of gold each.
I'm looking for Leosin, and he seems to be at the same area that you need us to search, so it shall be done.
Good. The town will give you anything you need as far as equipment. Just let me know what it is, and it will be yours.
Anything?
If we have it, it's yours.
I sit down. I start pondering.
Okay.
You don't happen to have a suit of plate armor?
No, I'm sorry.
Breastplate?
No.
Do you have any more flasks of oil?
We may have some.
Can I get?
I would like to grab some, please.
Wouldn't mind a few more arrows.
Certainly, we have arrows.
Good.
As many as you need. I'll
Thank
find
you.
flasks of oil for you.
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate your
While he's doing that, who the hell are you lot?
Well, you had healed us many times during the fight.
Yeah, I remember you running away.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
My name like a baby owlbear.
Hekabe! Jack of all trades, master of none. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
I'm Caldron.
Nice meeting you. Your potions worked rather well, might I say.
Well, the Lord of Battle shines upon us.
I am Maro. You may have heard of me performing in Baldur's Gate. Well, if you've ever been to that fine city.
No, I grew up around Candlekeep, out in the hinterlands.
I see. Candlekeep. They have a lot of learning there, but I think they might like a good show, don't you think?
Not from my area.
No?
No, more simple folk.
Well, simple folk like minstrel theater, they might enjoy it. How much gold do they have?
Depends on the dale.
Do they have a lot of gold?
I mean, they're farmers.
Nah, never mind then.
Alright. Pleasure being here, Wheatons. I'm Hoult and Dune. You can call me Hoult. That's what everyone does.
Saw your fight with that half dragon.
Yeah, scared him off.
Not the half dragon.
That's not how I remember it.
I scared him off too.
By dying.
It was mighty brave of you to put yourself in that position.
Well, someone had to do it. Why not me?
I was happy that you volunteered.
I'm sure you were.
Aye.
So, quick question. I have underworld contacts.
Yeah.
Are there any here?
Is there anyone I know here that I might be able to contact
Yeah, certainly.
while they're doing their shenanigans?
What do you want to know? What are you trying to figure out? If that makes sense.
Shenanigans. I say.
I say. I dare say. What am I trying to figure out? We're looking for the stronghold, correct? We don't know
where these raiders are.
We don't know where it is, right?
No idea.
I'm sure we can follow the path of destruction.
Trying to use my contacts to see if anyone who is around had seen anything or noticed something suspicious to lead us on the right path to where we should go.
Okay.
Can I use my survival and tracking skills to track the giant band of raiders?
Oh, totally. That will be not in any way hard for you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So,
I have a mechanical question, sorry, before we go on. When I get an extra spell slot, do I learn a new spell? A spell known slot?
I'm not sure. You should probably check the description under spell casting in your class.
Yeah, it doesn't say when you level up. It doesn't talk anything about leveling up.
Does it have spells known on the table?
Yes. I have one more spell known at second level.
Okay.
I guess that would apply.
So yeah, go to your chart.
You get one more spell.
Right.
So your chart will say.
Yeah.
And when you
I gave him one more spell known.
Yeah. So.
But do I automatically learn it, or do I have to
Yeah,
find
you
it?
automatically learn it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Okay, that I don't have to write it
No.
into my spell book or anything like that.
Only wizards have to deal with that.
Got it. Right. Okay, so I'm more of a sorcerer.
Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Because you fiddle with your magic tune or what have you. And
Right.
You figured out the new combination.
So for my choices, I'm just asking you guys kind of mechanically before we kind of go on. I can do Thunder Wave, which fits thematically and allows me to hurt people, all people though, within a 15-foot cube. Basically pushes them away. The Thunder Wave does sonic damage and pushes them away. or Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Which
that
is
just
also
sounds
awesome.
better.
I like the idea of Tasha's
What's
laughter
that one?
because
It's a single creature fails a save and they are incapacitated and fall prone. So it's a way to take out. But I already have a spell that targets one person.
I feel like thunder. The
problem with that though is going to be hard to use without damaging you guys.
it's also because you will have to be at the front, and we don't.
Which might be okay at first, but
Well,
then I could fall back.
We're not exactly a very large party, so the front is kind of in every direction.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
Like, you know.
Yeah, other than sleep, I don't have anything that affects multiple targets. So, what do you guys think? Then I could also get like things like detect magic or something like that, which are very useful utility-wise.
I mean, the cleric gets
just
the
really
full
like that
complement of their spell
Mass
list.
spell.
So a lot of the like utility spells I can just prepare for the day.
Yeah, like identify and that kind of stuff.
No, I don't have any of those actually.
Detect magic.
I can detect good and evil. Create food and water, or no, just create water. Create foods later. Destroy water as well, which is
Destroy water.
Yeah, you know.
For those awful people.
I think destroy water is an amazing concept because it's like I'm going to destroy the water in this beer, and all you get is a bunch of like barley left over.
That sounds gross.
We'll destroy all the water inside of you.
That sounds amazing.
I've always thought of it that way.
Like the episode of Star
That's how the
Trek.
spell works, right?
Yeah.
Like the episode of Star Trek. where all that
I'm
disintegrate.
still fan Thunderwave.
Yeah.
I think that's way better than the other
Are you
one.
rolling for it?
Well, it's being able to take out, like, say, a wizard or something like that, you know, like. But I kind of already have a spell that does that.
That's the only reason why I'm saying
Yeah. All right.
the
Thunderwave it is.
redundancy seems weird.
Thunderwave it is.
Do you want to go? Yeah, because you want to go with the audience vote because they're saying Thunderwave.
All right.
Team Thunderwave.
Go Team Thunderwave.
Team Thunder.
Yeah, one person is saying that the only way you should go with Tasha's Hideous Laughter is if you make a really bad pun first.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Right. There's definitely more thematic things you could do with that.
Actually.
But I have Dissonant Whispers already, which basically does similar things.
You've been
Thunderstruck.
thunderstruck.
Oh, there you go.
You've been thunderstruck.
So, when are we heading out?
Well, we interrogated that wizard type fellow with the golden dragon amulet, and he said that he gave us some directions as to where the camp was.
Yeah, didn't you drop him off a wall?
Well, yes,
He said it was southeast of the town.
Holt did.
I see that. He was not being
where
very,
his body fell? Is
he
it
had a-
near me?
I mean, yeah, you could go out there and find the body if you want to.
I'm gonna do that
He
while
was
they're
not
getting
very
ready.
communicative.
It's all kinds of corpsey.
It's not a way to kill a man,
But
though.
is the
It's not a fair
amulet
fight.
still
We beat him in a fair fight
Oh, we
already.
beat him in a fair fight.
Like a
Still.
pewter necklace.
Okay.
But I
It was
think,
his idea.
I
Yeah,
think
it was.
Maro
Holt's
did.
weird.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got some weird ideas about
Why did you
justice.
bring up the time I found you painted naked in an alleyway?
I don't think that actually happened.
You were drunk at the time,
Well,
so I
there's
would be
that.
surprised if you do not recall.
There might have been some other inebriants as well.
Why are you always drunk?
Well, it's how I get in touch with my muse.
He had
And by
a
muse,
rough
I mean my
upbringing.
penis.
He had a rough
Calvin is
upbringing.
regretting his
Amuse
decision to
for
sign up
most.
the band.
But as you say, Caldron, we should head out and go directly southeast and try to find the cave where they're hiding out.
We have the light with us.
5 flasks of oil.
Okay, awesome.
Now, Caldron, do you have any healing potions or anything like that we could use? Some holy water, perhaps?
No holy water. Not a lot of that around here. Need to be larger concentrations of divine energy. As for healing potions, I had some,
Ha!
but yeah, they kind of got used up.
Yeah, those were the last 2 healing potions that the town had.
Understood.
Also, before we head out, dead bodies or otherwise, I want to, as we are making our way out of the keep, grab some scraps of cloth.
Okay. Just generally, so you have some
Yeah.
around. Okay. Certainly.
Certainly. Well, I feel fit.
Look, there was a
Did you
time
recover from your
the
fight?
last
I'm a little
campaign
stiff, but I can-
that I
I'm good to
wanted
go.
scraps of cloth and I did not have them. So
That half dragon wasn't all that tough. I'm pretty sure if he hadn't used his fancy lightning bolt, I would have given him what for.
Yeah, that was not a fair assessment, wouldn't you say, Caldron? Leading off with a lightning strike. from a mystical dragon creature.
Fair assessment, how?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Don't take the side of the half dragon.
I'm not taking any sides. I'm just saying
It was a
that
fair
if
fight.
I had a lightning
Rules were
strike,
agreed upon. Whether or not you were outmatched, sometimes the Lord of Battle shines on you, and sometimes, well, Shadow.
Wise words. That's why you're a priest.
I think what he's saying is you need to know when to hold them.
Know when to fold.
You need to know when to fold them, and you gotta know when to walk away.
And know when to run.
Never run.
Oh, well, I learned that yesterday.
Yeah, you do a lot of running.
So,
Or come, let's set out.
Hoult, roll a wisdom perception check for me.
19.
So, you are easily able to find the trail. Right, that's
Follow
obvious.
the burning
You wouldn't have to do
trees.
anything to follow the trail through the grasslands.
Didn't they have like carts and stuff like that? It's just not.
It is clear to you that many of the riding beasts, so like the big lizards and things like that they had, their footprints are deeper going south than they were north. So they were weighed down with something. Your guess is loot from the town. So you head south. The trail is heading kind of deeply off into the plains, towards a more rugged region where there's kind of these steep-sided rocky plateaus instead of the rolling hills. The transition is slow, but when it arrives, when you start to arrive in this much thicker hill country, it's very obvious. You have kind of passed out of the very rich, lush fields and into slightly more arid land. Some of them are 50 or 100 feet tall, or even bigger, actually. So after about 10 miles of traveling, you start to spot a column of smoke. Just a thin ribbon heading into the sky. It's a little off to your west.
is there anything like trees or something that I could gain a vantage point to get a better look?
No, not really.
Okay.
So think of it like Rohan from the Lord of the Rings. Like
Got
rolling
it.
hill country with chunks of rock and boulders.
I hope that's not another city they sacked.
Are we going in that direction, or is that the other way?
It's a little off your trail.
Well, worth checking out just in case. Maybe we can find a couple stragglers and get an idea of where they might be headed for sure.
The longer we don't follow these tracks, the further they get.
No. They said that they had a hideout.
But she's implying the trail may be lost if we don't keep following it now.
Yeah,
But I'm no tracker. I have no idea.
And
Hoult is the tracker.
I'm not
of the
a
group,
tracker
right?
either, but I thought that
What do you think?
getting up to them before they reach their hideout would be better.
Nah.
Well, I mean, they set out last night.
Yeah, they got a way big head start on us, but I'm pretty sure
We're not going to make up 8 to 10 hours.
I'm pretty sure I can track them no matter where they run. They're a pretty big group. You know, big lizards making footprints all over the place. They're not doing it. This is sloppy trail covering.
They're not covering the trail at all.
Yeah.
It's clear to you that no one's trying to.
Yeah, they don't think anyone's coming after them.
Amateurs.
Exactly, amateurs.
Yeah.
You know, I once had a bounty. You know,
Or they don't care.
I think that's the point. Why do they need to be subtle?
Exactly,
They
like
have a raiding band.
I would not err on calling them stupid.
I would.
Says the man who got knocked out by one of them.
Your point.
That was your point.
That was my point.
Well then.
Well,
Investigating the smoke or not.
I refute your point, and I refuse to accept it.
You
As a
refuse
valid
to
point.
accept the truth?
I refuse to accept that point as valid.
We all have truths.
So you're delusional.
No, I'm a Hoult,
Got it.
and I scared off a dragon.
Hoult Dune.
You realize we
Non-delusional.
probably have investigated the smoke in the amount of time that you guys have been yabbering.
We're still walking, obviously, right? We haven't
Yeah,
stopped.
you're walking. But
Yeah, but this is just passing the time. Reminds me of this wonderful story.
Caledron
You guys-
is right. We should investigate the smoke. I'll go first.
Okay then.
So the smoke you find is coming from a low spot between some surrounding hills where large boulders have come down off the hillsides into kind of a loose jumble, as well as these boulders are like littering the crowns of the hills right around here. Holt, did you want to sneak up on this place? Or
I do.
You're playing? Yes. Roll dexterity stealth.
That's going to be a 23.
Okay. So you get a good look down there, and you spot a group of humans and kobolds, kind of split into two little camps with a fire between them, and a couple of the humans are cooking a few chickens over the fire.
What are the kobolds doing?
They're sitting around doing nothing.
Does it look eating the chickens?
Yeah.
Does it look like they've segregated themselves on purpose?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious to you.
Oh my gosh, we've encountered a group of racists working together somehow.
Look, the humans tried to get into the kobold clique, but they're too exclusive.
Hey, kobolds can be useful if you know how to use them.
I have an idea how.
Do you know how to use them?
Yeah.
How do you use them? Are they good at stagehands? Are they clever at crafting?
No.
They do make very good traps.
They're good at
and rigging.
distraction when you're trying to smuggle something. That's all I have to say about that, though.
Are you trying to smuggle there, lady?
Roll my hit points.
No. Get it right in the cam. Right in the cam. That is a 1 on a D8.
One plus Constitution.
No,
plus 1.
I don't know that it is a D8. I thought you were rolling one of your D8 shaped D4s.
Nope. 11 hit points for me. I will not be on the front lines.
Nope.
We have
Yeah, real quick, what is everyone's hit points? I have 22.
I have 24.
11.
I have 18.
Okay, good.
I'm the beefiest guy in the party.
You have 11 hit points.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right.
How you doing? You having a fun time, John?
I am.
We have
So
2
it's
hit
just
dice, right, to start?
Yeah, you'll have 2 hit dice now.
Kind of. None of the rest of us are seeing this at this point, right?
No, it's just hold.
All right. Well, I will come back and report.
Okay.
All right. So there's a camp. Looks like a bunch of humans, a bunch of kobolds. They're hanging out separately though. So I think we have to use this to our advantage.
Did you see any amulets?
Did I see any amulets?
You don't recall.
No.
I did not get close enough to admire whatever jewelry they may or may not be wearing.
Well, I thought that's, don't you have one of those?
Have one of what?
Of the amulets. Wasn't your uncle involved in this cult?
I don't recall telling you that story.
I could have sworn you mentioned it.
So, how do we know they're foes instead of friends? Just because they have kobolds with them?
I'm gonna guess yeah. I don't think we've encountered many other groups of kobolds that are all like, we're friendly and nice and we're totally here to trade and barter and not murder your children.
They are coexisting with humans, though.
Yeah.
They have a camp that's clearly flying smoke well on the path of this raiding party. They ain't friendly.
Well, you're learned in war, so
I agree with Mr. Caladrin.
I defer to you as to how we should proceed.
Well, sounds like a fine scrap. I guess say we go up there, kill them.
Why don't we just talk to them first?
Why?
Because we might learn something valuable?
We can learn something valuable from the survivors. Now, here's what I think. I think we should try to find a way to pit them against each other. Those kobolds looked very, very hungry, and those humans did not look like they were sharing whatever they were cooking.
I got an idea. I can throw my voice.
You should throw your voice.
And if we try to do that, we can get them to fight each other if I yell insults from one group to the other.
That sounds like that's the first brilliant idea I've heard.
Or we can just walk up and
while.
ask them what's going on.
Why would we do that?
Why wouldn't we do that?
Because that sounds like a horrible idea.
Because then they're going to attack us?
They're eating chicken.
Sure.
They
or they're guarding the rear of the party. As our war commander has intimated.
His name
I don't know how people do war.
I don't know how people do war either, but
you should learn.
I feel like I can talk my way out of anything.
Eventually, you're going to have to write a couple.
Well, we're talking our way into
so.
something.
Yeah, we're sent out.
We're not in a problem.
Like, We're not going to find information while they outnumber us. We need to even the odds.
Do we have anything to bargain with them?
I don't recognize any of them from my underworld contacts, do I?
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sneak.
I'll go in up with you.
I'll sneak Maro in.
Okay.
He'll do some voice throwing shenanigans. We'll see what kind of party we can kick off. And
Okay.
then you come in swinging. Sounds good, Caladrin?
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Let's do this.
I will try to. You go first.
So I will.
I roll my eyes and sit down.
There you go. That's productivity.
I will. I guess I'll sneak up.
Okay.
So
You don't need to roll again.
How far away are we?
Guys at this point. You're 100 feet from them.
Okay, so I need to get within 30 feet of them.
Okay. So as you all move closer, the group of kobolds go up to the two people cooking. They grab the two of the chickens. Kind of, there's like a brief, like squabbly kind of exchange of words. And you hear someone say something like, "It's not done!" And the kobolds kind of like trot off up over the ridge away.
All the kobolds?
Yeah.
So they took a chicken and ran?
They took a couple chickens and left. We're going to describe it as ran.
Is this happening as we're walking up, or?
Yeah, as you all are moving kind of from boulder to boulder. This is a terrible spot for them. Like, you guys can just kind of move around unseen very easily.
Well, that changes things. So how many humans are there?
4.
All right, the kobolds are all out of sight.
Yep.
Even though I'm sitting down, I take my bow out.
Kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not moving up with us? You're staying behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were told to wait until
Yeah, you're waiting.
the kobolds and the humans started fighting each other. So,
Well, what do you think we should do now? The kobolds left.
This is an interesting development. You don't
I know.
speak kobold, do you?
I do, actually.
Oh.
I mean, I speak Draconic, which is
Mostly kobold.
mostly kobold. So I can go up there and I know what I can do. Yeah,
All right.
I can do this.
All right, I'm trusting you. I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow.
All right, so I cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And I using it to kind of throw my voice coming in from up where the kobolds went.
Okay.
And I'll try to do my best
Kobold
kobold impersonation, but say in common, I hate humans so much.
Okay.
Sometimes I wish they would just kill us so I could fight them.
Okay.
You should also be like, shut up, man, they'll hear in a different tone.
So there's
I'll take his advice.
you see the humans kind of looking around, and then
Is there one that has like a defining feature that I might? One of the humans that has a defining feature?
they're not really.
Anyone like a bald or one that's wearing a red cape or something?
Absolutely. One of them has kind of like a big nose.
Big nose?
There you go.
Especially big nose. That guy's a fucking asshole.
And at this point, the humans are looking at each other like, what in the world is going on? Yeah, they actually go and get their weapons, which are kind of piled against this nearby rock.
Okay.
They have retrieved swords.
What are the
They're
kobolds?
kind of looking around.
How many kobolds were there?
8.
Can I?
I got an idea. Let's kill all the humans and we eat all the chickens instead of just this one.
And one of the cultists yells out in Draconic. You speak Draconic, right?
I do.
Yells out, "You all should come back here. I think there's something weird going on."
you were not very convincing.
You know what's weird? Your face. Come get us, humans.
And the kobolds come back up over the ridge, kind of angry looking.
Like we were eating our chicken, man.
At this point, some of them are carrying slings, another has a dagger, and one of them has a chicken leg and is gnawing on it. And they look down at the humans and kind of shrug, wondering what's going on. One of the humans yells up in Draconic, "Yeah, there's this weird voice." One of the kobolds yells back in Draconic, "Yeah, we heard it too. We thought it was you guys."
Keep going. Keep rolling with it.
You're all a bunch of morons. Tiamat is gonna come and kill you when she arrives.
And one of the kobolds says, "What are they even saying? What is the voice saying?" In Draconic.
I also say in Draconic. You know what we're talking about.
Are we in a brush?
Kobolds are kind of all looking around.
Are we in a brush of some sort?
Behind
rocks.
The impression we're like over like a small hillock or something.
This is not working.
I've never met a group of humans and kobolds who implicitly trust each other as much as these two do.
Look, they probably have a long working relationship that you just don't even know about.
They went to his birthdays, like
they actually respect
one of the
each
kobolds
other.
like made like a charm for like the leader human's son or something, you know.
One of the humans says, "This is creepy. We should get out of here." In Draconic, and they start gathering up their stuff. One of them starts stamping out the fire.
Signal to the others. We have to attack now if we're going to attack.
I agree, chat. Worst plan ever.
I know.
Wave to the group. Wave to the group.
Can I flank? Can I like walk?
Hoult is waving to the two of you.
Can I walk around and flank them on the other side?
Yeah, you could start doing that.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Absolutely. Okay, so Caldron, are you going up? To
Yeah, I mean, so Caldron was expecting a fight, so he just comes like tearing over
barreling
the
over the hill.
hillock,
Yeah. That's
all right.
what I
wielding
thought
a great
happened.
sword and just running
So you,
straight for.
you see Caldron coming up the hill, a great sword raised up in a combat stance.
Yell out! They're trying to betray us. The humans are attacking us. Here comes one now. Do that. Just
In
yell
Draconic, I'll say. Oh no, I guess the human. Wait, what? I'm confused.
You're
Which side is
against
which?
the kobolds
So
and the
you,
humans
you
are betraying
hesitate,
them.
and Caldron comes up over the hill.
Yeah,
Look
screw
at
it.
this.
Yeah.
Screaming out a battle cry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to roll for initiative right now.
Oh hell! Let's just attack. At least we'll be able to go
I'm
first.
going to interpret this very low roll by I'm quite confused why the kobolds and humans aren't fighting.
Right.
He just kind of comes over the top like, wait,
Wait, what?
Wait, that didn't work.
this wasn't the plan.
What we get?
I got a 17. No, yes, 17.
Maro got a 17. Holt
23.
23. Hekabe
11.
11.
Caldron got a 5.
Holt, you go.
I will target one of the humans because they are a bit more. Excuse me, they're a bit more beefy than the kobolds.
You'll
Can I have the
surprise
player's
us.
handbook?
You'll get advantage on this attack.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, so this was awesome. I got a 27 for 8 damage on one of the humans.
Okay, he drops. Roll down. Take him in the throat with Maro. Maro.
Maro.
Plan gets worse.
I run up to within. Oh, this is probably a bad idea.
It's gonna be awesome.
Is there any cover near where the humans are standing?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I want to run up to cover,
Okay.
and that's only like how that's within range, right?
Yeah,
And then I
certainly.
can cast after that.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to cast Thunderwave
Okay.
on the 15 feet on the humans in front of me.
Okay, you can definitely do that. They're
Okay.
about 45 feet from you, so you can run up
Okay.
on the boulder and throw out a blast of thunder.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be in cover, so when the kobolds throw
Yeah.
things at me, I'll be a little bit in cover. Okay, so they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm going to get
You need to.
what the butts. They all succeed.
Spell save DC is 14.
They rolled an 18, a 19, and a 19 on their saving throws.
Well, on a failed save, they take
Some
13.
damage.
So half of that is 6.
Okay, so
6
they
damage, and then they just take 6 damage. So I boom in my voice, like, "You mother, Tiamat destroys you!" And a wave of thunderous air erupts from my mouth, and they're buffeted back
Yes.
and take damage, but they don't fall down.
Yeah, so they stumble back, clutching their ears, screaming in pain.
But they're able to shake off the
Hekabe,
worst parts of it.
You are at the base you're on the other side of the hill, at the base of the hill, circling around.
Okay.
Are you going counterclockwise or clockwise? This is a very important question. Did you head right or did you head left?
Was there brush or cover closer to left or right?
Rock cover everywhere around here.
I had right.
All right, great. So you are running around the base of a hill to the right. Are you just going as fast as you can, trying to get around behind them or something? Okay. So you move, your speed is 30 feet. So you move 60 feet around the side of the hill, and you can now see up at the crown of the hill away from you on your, so they'll be up the hill on your left now, and you can see a group of kobolds.
Okay.
That are about 70 or 80 feet from you.
And on top of the hill. Those are additional kobolds to the ones that we saw before.
No idea. You haven't seen any kobolds this week.
Okay. Can I see how many there are?
You see at least 6 kobolds.
Okay. Can I throw a flask of oil at them?
That would have been your whole turn. You move at full speed.
Okay.
I was assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in cover that they can't see me.
Yeah.
Like the assumption was I wasn't like.
If one of them turns
running
and looks your way,
okay,
they might spot you.
Okay.
But they're not looking your way. They're actually bringing up slings and firing bullets away down on the other side of the hill.
Awesome.
So, Maro, what's your armor class?
12.
It's gonna be fun for you. Okay, a hail of sling bullets comes down at Maro. You take 6 damage.
Even cover?
Yeah, even in cover.
Son of a bitch.
With 1. 2 come at you, Caladrin. What's your armor class?
16.
You take a hit for 4, and 2 come at Hoult.
They miss.
Missed by both.
Damn right they miss.
Ah, dang it.
Caladrin, it was your turn.
I should have inspired you.
Should have inspired me.
Kobold in front of me?
No.
Don't worry, I'll bend you.
You've got like 60 feet or more between. For you to the kobolds is almost 100 feet.
Oh no, it was
humans,
right.
yeah, is almost is about 60 feet. So.
Ew.
They are pretty far from you right now.
Yeah, I'm nowhere close to anything. Well, so there's kobolds are how far away?
100 feet.
And
along the crest of the hill.
60?
And the humans are about 60 feet. They're down in the base, in the kind of dip between all these 3 hills.
Well, I will just spend my turn moving twice up to the humans.
Okay, so
you're
you're
30 feet.
in the midst of them now, and they turn to fight you. 2 of them come at you.
I guess, as a bonus action, since I'm just about to run into a whole bunch of guys, I'm going to activate my Shield of Faith. So I have +2 armor class for a little while.
Okay.
Shield of faith is the faith that
One
shields.
of them goes in on you with his scimitar and gets a hit. The other misses because of your Shield of Faith.
Oh, cool.
So you take 2 damage from the one that hits you.
Alright.
And the third comes around the rock at Maro. And actually trips and stumbles forward and almost hits his head into the rock.
Nice.
And yeah, if anybody hears Caladrin casting, like, it doesn't sound anything like a normal, like, cleric in, like, praying to its gods. It's very utilitarian, almost, like, cadences and battle cant.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Hoult.
How far away are the kobolds from me?
The kobolds are about 80 feet from you.
Okay, and there's a human right next to my buddy Maro.
There is.
All right, well I'll shoot that guy then.
Okay.
Before. All right, so I'm
He's
gonna
got
whip.
armor class +2 armor class from cover.
All right, well I will whip around my longbow and
Oh!
natural 20.
It's a crit.
So that's gonna be
Dude's dead.
Super dead.
15 points of damage.
Super dead.
Since he had like what, 2 hit points left?
He had 3 hit points left.
Yeah, well now he has an
Wait.
arrow sticking out of 1 or more of his eye sockets.
Why did you kill one of the humans?
Because
He did.
right up on Maro.
Maro. He's not in melee combat.
Yeah, that's
anymore.
good. I run away.
Bard
Or at least move
does
to.
not deal with melee combat well.
I'm gonna move back to
Yeah,
where
just like-
Hoult is.
To where Hoult is and take
Yeah.
cover behind a rock.
Take cover behind a rock.
Okay.
And how far away are the kobolds from here?
80 feet.
80 feet. I don't think I have anything that reaches 80 feet. So
shout angry words at them.
instead, I will make a vicious mockery of one of the people who are in melee with Caldron.
Okay.
I'm going to say, your mother was a dragon, but you got none of the good features.
Okay.
And so he needs to make a will save, or wisdom save.
Okay. Which he fails.
14. All right, so he takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
4.
He screams, clutching his head, and falls over.
You just aneurysmed someone to death.
I insulted a guy to death.
You insulted a guy to death. I suddenly...
Hekabe?
Is it going to take a full action to put a single piece of cloth on one of my arrows?
No.
Okay, so I do that.
Okay. You about to use flaming arrows?
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to do? Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to take an arrow, dip it in a flask of oil, and light it on fire this round.
Yes.
Done. Kobolds. Barrages of sling bullets still raining down on all of you.
Yeah. That's why you should attack the kobolds.
Sure, so...
So you say in your booming cleric war chanting voice?
They
Get the kobolds!
They seem to have seen the armored men in full plate charging towards them, and so they are falling back along the ridgeline and shooting sling bullets at you.
Yep.
You take 10 damage from barrage of sling bullets.
Wow, even though
Oh
you
my
take...
god.
They are crashing into you, exploding. They're actually like ceramic bullets. They're not stones, so
Yeah.
they're fantastically painful.
Are they ball bearings?
No.
I love that.
Justin's worst enemy, ball bearings.
That's my new favorite phase. Fantastically painful.
Fantastically painful. There are sling bullets crashing into the rock that you two are hiding behind, but none of them hit you. And now it would be Caldron's turn. There's a human standing in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I have to dispatch this guy.
Trying to hold you off.
Thank you.
There's 1 or 2 humans left.
Just one.
Just 1, okay. Yeah, well, we will attack it. Does 16 hit?
Does.
Alright, so we do 9 damage.
He is all the way dead.
And then there's another bonus action.
Oh, hey.
We're going to cast Healing
That's a
Word
lot.
because I need to survive if all those kobolds unleash all their slings again. So I'll need the book whenever you're done, Tito.
Hoult.
Alright, well, I'm going to target the kobolds now, because all the humans are dead. So, that's going to be 14.
There you go.
That's a hit.
Alright. One of the kobolds takes 10 points of damage.
Okay. It goes down. Keels over backwards.
In a blaze of glory.
I wouldn't say blaze of glory so much as an ow, there's something in my neck.
Focus ability modifier.
I feel like I'm already sweating.
Yeah, that's pretty well. That's why I have, like,
Coke.
water. Stay hydrated, man.
Maro.
Is there still any human left?
No.
No. I creep up to the other place that I was. I want to get within 60 feet of the kobolds if possible.
You can get within 50 feet of them.
Okay, and then I'm going to cast another Vicious Mockery, which has a range of 60 feet, which is
Okay.
amazing. And I say, you're worthless. Humans should have killed you. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're never going to help Tiamat rise again, you fools.
You accuse them of being racist, but you are just...
These are spells, man.
The biggest
assuming
racist
that
ever.
Kobold's place is to be killed by humans. So...
You
Would
yelled
you
out, that
say-
chicken tasted awful.
Succeeded. What happens?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, so I insulted him,
You did.
but it didn't affect him.
Hekabe.
So I'm going to use second wind for bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to lob my flask of oil at the kobolds.
Okay. So you need to make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay. And what is my modifier for that? Is dexterity?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 19. Or whatever my disadvantage is minus a 19.
So you'll
So you
roll
roll
2
2
die
dice.
and take the worst one.
Okay.
So you'll just roll another d20 and take it if it's worse than what you already rolled.
Oh.
That's way worse.
Yes, it is.
So I got a 7.
Okay. The flask of oil hits a kobold in the back of the head. It stumbles forward, but does not break.
Who knew that
So
kobolds
maybe
had...
use my second action to throw another one.
Totally.
And that's why I don't use the big dice.
14?
Okay. Yeah, the 14 crashes into the area around kobolds.
Okay.
Spilling oil everywhere.
Spish.
And that was Hekabe the kobolds. One of them turns and sees you now that you have revealed yourself by attacking.
Yeah.
Launches a sling bullet at you, which hits for 6 damage. Another round of sling bullets comes in at Caladrin, who manages to raise his guard in front of his face before he is peltered again.
Ow, 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 ow.
And one comes for both Maro and Hoult, but both miss.
Haha.
Another arrow.
It's Caladrin's turn, actually. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So how far away are the kobolds from?
From you right now?
Yeah.
They're about 70 feet.
All right. So I guess I'll move up and then I'll cantrip Sacred Flame,
Okay.
which is.
I'm loving the barbecue jokes in the chat, by the way, guys.
60 feet action. Target must make a dexterity save. Or
Hekabe.
take 1d8.
You make a really good barbecue.
radiant damage.
I like to roast them
Okay.
medium rare.
He made his dexterity save.
Okay.
An 18. Okay.
You know the fat is really good to make candles.
That's disgusting.
Hoult.
Arrow to the face, another one.
Okay.
It's gonna be 26.
Yeah, this chair is like
Definitely hit.
6 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Maro.
Do I kill him?
Viciously mocking.
Your mother and your father are disappointed in me. Actually, I don't have to roll anything.
They failed that one.
They failed that one. All right,
Yeah.
1d4.
Oh, they're his best.
1 psychic damage,
Oh,
and
good job.
they can't make reactions, I think. Can I have the handbook, please? There's something that happens on
They have
the...
disadvantage on attack rolls.
What's that?
He has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
could
it
be.
is.
I shoot my flaming arrow at the kobolds.
You light the oil-soaked rag on the tip. Draw the arrow back. Let fly.
Oh my god!
I got a 7.
You gotta start rolling in there so they can see your horribleness.
Okay, so it goes wide.
Oh, no, it'd be.
I feel like you
Hits
should.
the ground.
Oh, you rolled an actual one. Yeah, it just misses.
You don't actually-
I feel like all this time you should have just been shooting regular arrows.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
The kobolds at this point, you realize one of them.
Can I use action surge for one additional action?
Well, you already used it.
You used it.
No, I used second wind.
No,
The
second
second
one
one is the
heals you.
healing. The action surge is the extra action.
I wrote that down wrong. Okay.
You see at this point one of the kobolds jabbering something draconic at the others.
I can hear draconic.
Yeah, I mean at this distance you can't really hear.
Okay,
what they're
that's
saying
fine.
about.
Yeah.
And they begin to run away. You're closer, right, Maro?
Yeah, I'm basically where the humans were, by their bodies there.
Okay. Well, actually, wait. Caladrin's the closest. You see
Yeah,
one
like
of them
30 feet away from
point
one.
at the flaming arrow as it goes over, and then like touching its armor, and they just start scattering.
All right.
Touching its armor.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're running off the way down the hill side. So they go off over the hill. They're out of sight to Hoult, Maro, and Caladrin at this point.
I can still see
You
them,
can
though.
still see where they are. And it's Hoult's turn now.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the campfire and see if there's any chicken left.
Okay. There's an uneaten roast chicken.
All right, well I'm having a snack.
Maro, Hoult is having a snack as the enemy flees.
What are you doing?
Checking them, make sure they're all dead.
You're eating the chicken?
As he takes a bite out of like the thigh.
They just ran away.
Yeah, they did.
Aren't you a tracker who tracks down and kills people for money? Isn't that like your job? Not chicken eater?
I'll begrudgingly start following the kobolds who are totally running far faster than any of us can catch them.
Are
He
they?
uses action on chicken.
They're
Maro,
small. They
what
got
you
small
doing?
legs. They don't run that fast.
What are you doing, Maro?
I'm gonna eat the chicken. I'm good.
Want to bite? It's actually pretty good.
I do. I run up to where Caldron is. It was at least.
Okay.
I had to kind of check on the top
I
of the ridge.
shot again with a 19.
Okay, so that's a hit.
Okay.
So do me roll damage.
The flaming arrow doesn't count.
You roll damage, and the oil can ignite.
Okay. 1d8.
Yep.
Good. Roll in the box.
Not that one.
What? Not that one?
That's a D10.
Over.
Oh.
D8.
Thank you.
Roll here.
I'm working on it.
Roll in the box.
Oh, here it is. I wanted the big one. 5 plus 6. So 11.
Okay. All right. That kobold bursts into flames and tumbles over on its side. Yeah. Burning pretty horrifyingly.
Although
Okay.
5 plus 6 even kills him without the flames.
Probably. So it's then the kobolds' turn, and they scatter away into the rocks.
This would have been so much better if I didn't miss the first time.
Caladrin, you gonna pursue right now, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna run after one of the kobolds.
So you can get up over the crest of the hill and see that they are scattering off into the hinterlands around here.
I guess, yeah, so I move 30 feet and see they're just gone at this point.
They're out of here.
What's the movement speed rate on a kobold?
They're moving at least as fast as a man
Okay.
runs.
So
they're
they
pretty
already
quick little
had a 30 feet
buggers.
head start on me, so I'm just not going to catch them.
Yeah.
So he just stops.
I mean, you could basically run one down in a distance pursuit if you wanted to try to do that.
No, it's fine.
I call after Caldron. Try to get one alive.
We're not catching one.
Why not?
They're gone.
I'm gonna walk over to the one that he psychically insulted to, I think, unconsciousness with my chicken, and I'm gonna check on him
Okay.
while I'm eating.
He's still alive.
Which one is he checking?
The one that
The human.
The human that he insulted to death.
Right.
More like insulted into unconsciousness.
Also right.
I'll make that call. Sure. I mean, do you get with 5th edition? You get to choose, right?
It's your call, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kick him over onto his back, put my foot on his chest. Eat the chicken.
He startles awake.
Used a little too much salt in this, but it's pretty good. So we're gonna have some questions for you. Hope you don't mind
I
answering
won't
them.
talk. You won't get anything out of me.
Alright, is the rest of the party regrouping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I still see the kobolds?
They're out of here.
They're gone.
Oh, I still can't see them.
They vanished into the distance.
Okay.
So, Hoult, you're about to talk to this guy. The party's regrouping, and the calm has settled over the field of battle. We're gonna take a break.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good call.
Take
So
a break.
we'll be right back in a few minutes, and I'll be here chatting too during the break. But I think some people are gonna grab the bathroom and cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
How long? 90 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't miss the kobold barbecue.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute, everybody.
Cool barn.
We'll be right back.
Barbecue.
Kabablicon?
Kababaka?
Kababical.
Alright, we're during our commercial, but don't forget.
So we need to work on our battle strategy.
So the
That was
battle strategy would have been a lot
terrible.
better if you would have waited for me to throw the oil.
Yeah, but we didn't know where you went.
Yeah.
We know
Once-
No,
you
you ran
Let's take a break. Let's
in.
take a real break.
You ran in before I even had a chance
Well,
to do
Tito,
it.
some people won't get the ad, so
I'm
some
gonna
of us have to kind of stay here.
refill my bottle of water real quick.
Okay.
I guess I'll stay here and
I was just saying
But no, so the
that
point I was
had
making,
said
Paul,
don't
was
run
like-
in, and then you ran in.
Because I'm predominantly melee,
Yeah.
like killing the humans doesn't really help us because like those were the only guys I could effectively engage.
I had to attack the guy that was in Maro's face though because Maro was horrible at melee combat.
Sure.
Last week he could not hit like anybody. And from my viewpoint, okay, that guy's gonna kill Maro. And then we have to deal with a dead party member.
But you have a cleric now.
Yeah, we
Nobody
want those
can
spells
die.
for later.
Yeah, but you know what ended up happening? I now had to use up 2 of my 3 spells just to survive getting pelted by kobolds. Whereas, like,
well, I didn't foresee it. I reacted to the situation at hand, which is one of our party members who is lightly armored with no hit points has a guy right in his face with a spear, versus the more heavily armored cleric who's currently in melee combat with guys that he can actually handle. That's the way I saw it.
Yeah.
So I opted to shoot the guy on Maro in the face versus, oh, he'll be fine. I'm sure the bard can take another hit. That was my logic.
I don't think Tito took any damage.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
So
He's at 5 hit points out of 11.
Oh, okay.
He took 50% damage.
So in the mail just now,
In the mail. Here's the
Janelle and Josh just
Never
received
fail.
a living language course for Dothraki. To speak Dothraki. And that's how you live your life right there.
There you go. That's
All right. Well,
That is the thing.
we've been back from commercial for 45 seconds.
Well,
So
amazing.
I think they may be misthinking how long
we're back from commercial.
90 seconds is.
Oh, because I cashed
Oh, gee. Okay, so you've got this guy
Yeah.
with your foot on his chest, right?
Yeah. Well, we should. I guess. Yeah. Maro, we'll keep going.
Keep going.
And what are you gonna do here? Are you going to intimidate him?
We are going to have a conversation with him, but right now I'm eating the chicken, staring at him very angrily.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for the rest of the party to group back up.
They have grouped back up.
All right.
We're back.
All right. So, man, this is really good chicken. Like, where'd you get the seasoning?
Oh, you said we used too much salt.
Yeah, but the seasoning makes up for it.
Is there any seasoning on it?
Well, I'm tasting something.
It's probably old.
I walk up to the
Maybe
chicken
a bit
and
of
hit
a-
it out of their hand. Do I have to roll for that?
No, she hits the chicken out of your
And I go, stop that! We're chasing somebody.
I'm gonna pick up the chicken, dust it off, and resume eating it. I am having a conversation with our friend here.
Do you need to take some time? He's got his back on his back.
What is this guy wearing?
He's wearing kind of a slightly dirty black tunic, and sort of loose-fitting leather armor.
All right. So,
Why are you working with Cobalt?
question 1.
I'm not answering anything. You can't make me.
I take out my candle.
Question 2.
Love that the candle is.
Are you afraid of fire?
So roll intimidate.
Does he get a bonus if I light my candle?
I got a 7, so he's probably not very intimidated by it.
Probably not very intimidating.
All right, cool.
I light my candle.
Are you gonna torture this guy?
We might. Implied torture is
He's
so
not
much
telling
more.
you anything. I'm not telling you anything. You can't make me.
The Cobalt's already told us everything.
The kobolds cut and ran. I saw it.
Yeah.
So how
got
much
someone
are you
there-
going to pay me to not light you on fire?
Whoa.
I'm ready to die. I'd die for Tiamat.
Oh, so you are working with them. Why?
I'm not answering any of your questions.
You already have. You've answered
It's really
everything.
right. Like he's not gonna tell you anything.
All right, is there any more chicken left, or am I completely out of it?
Why are you worried about the chicken so much?
I'm role playing here. God.
Role-playing.
Yeah.
You're role-playing chicken.
Because if I'm out of chicken,
Yeah.
if I'm out of chicken to eat, I'm just gonna drop it on his face. You
Okay.
know, insultingly.
Right. Well, that definitely happens.
You know.
Yeah.
He's sputtering with chicken bits all over him.
You really hurt him there.
Is there something mentally wrong with you?
How bad do we want this information?
And I'm gonna pull out a bow and arrow, I'm gonna draw it and knock it and put it in his face.
Wait, what?
Really?
What?
What is wrong with you,
Okay,
Paul?
Holt, no more. No more Holt. You don't get to interrogate anymore. You go over there and find out where the kobolds went.
No.
Please?
I have my foot on this guy. All right.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
not
you
getting-
did what you said, right? So you shot him. He
He's
shot.
got an arrow in his face now.
You shot him.
Dead.
Yeah, I'm saying no more. Holt, no more interrogating. When we interrogate, you
haven't
have to leave the room.
I haven't actually killed him yet. I said I pulled out an arrow and I
Yes.
drew it and had to his
Draw his
face.
bow.
Yeah, I haven't actually shot the guy yet.
I think they
I'm assuming that
I
you
think
did.
everybody else understood as I put an arrow in his face as being.
I put an arrow to his face.
I understood what Paul meant.
No one else. Okay.
Well, then you guys are all you guys just don't understand the whole bad cop, good cop thing. I'm the bad cop. You're all supposed to be the good cop, but then if you guys are being the good cop, you're setting him on fire.
I had a chance to get a word in edgewise.
I am going for round 2 of intimidation. Actual implementation of physical threats.
Well, Hoult, Maro, Hekabe, and Caldron are saying maybe you should back off.
All right, I will.
Caldron's gonna like kind of get close to the guy.
We haven't even had a chance to talk to him.
Clearly, this one's mentally unstable. You're gonna want to talk to me.
Okay.
He's the Murdoch of the group.
Now, I don't want to hurt you, but I might have to let him hurt you. And I don't really want to do that.
Hey, I want to hurt him too.
We don't want her to hurt you either.
Get in line. Form an orderly queue behind the ranger with a bow and arrow and his foot on this guy's chest.
Look, my fucking candle was out way before your bow.
Back off. Hey, guys, we should talk about
if you tell us
something else.
I'll give you a fair fight.
A fight? What?
Yeah. Give you one last chance to redeem yourself before you pass on.
What? I don't want to fight anyone.
Then why were you sacking that poor city?
If you let me go, I'll just leave.
You have to tell us where the camp is.
Do you want to roll persuasion?
I'd like to actually. What I'm trying to do is intimidate him by assuming that I'm going to let these crazy people do
I'll vouch for Caldron. He's a very, very strong individual, and he's a righteous man. And I think that it's probably a better deal than you're ever going to get.
16.
So I'm going to help with persuasion if possible.
Yes, you can help. So you would roll
I got 16.
Okay.
We have both intimidated and persuaded him into...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you where the camp is.
That's a good call.
Just get them away from me.
Calvin points at Hekabe and Hoult.
I lean in close.
Go over there.
No, don't lean in close. Don't lean in close. Don't lean in close.
So I will take my foot off this guy's chest and step back.
One of these days.
You know, just kind of. I'm still gonna have a bow and arrow out because I don't trust this guy.
Get it?
Because he's a part of a crazy ass cult. And it's gonna be like, seriously though, that was good seasoning. You really should have picked a different calling in your life.
I'll walk away with you and be like, what was so good about it? Was it
This camp
very
is about
garlicky.
2 miles southwest of here, off into the hills. There's a large plateau shaped like a horseshoe. It's inside that.
Garlic gives me gas, though.
Wow.
He kind of gives
Mess
you
you
a
up
general
in the
description of
gastrointestinal region.
I think you're sharing too much information with me.
Anything else we should know about
You
the
should
camp?
share. Let's talk.
Why are we talking about your gas?
You're not killing anyone.
I don't know. I don't know that much.
How many people are usually in the
I
camp?
didn't want you to throw him off the top of the
50,
wall.
60? And the kobolds? I don't know how many kobolds there are, though.
So 50, 60 humans.
Yeah.
Well, anything else we need to know?
Who's the leader?
I don't know the leaders. I'm not that initiated into the cult yet.
No. Presumably it's that half dragon or that robed woman.
It's there's probably a rear guard somewhere along the path where the bluffs are.
What were you guys doing out here?
We were a little lost. Decided to stop for lunch.
I see. Bad place to stop for lunch.
We thought it was a good place.
Worst lunch ever.
Where do you think those kobolds ran off to?
I don't know anything about kobolds really.
Are they part of the camp?
Yeah. Yes.
So they would have run to the camp?
I don't know. Maybe.
They just said they were lost. Probably don't even know where the camp is now.
Just because he said he was lost doesn't mean he was lost.
Sure.
Do you want to roll
Insight?
insight?
Yeah.
To see if you know if he's lying or not.
I would like to do
My
that.
rolls are like terrible.
I would like to do that. I'm gonna do that.
Insight's wisdom?
Should have thought of doing it.
Oh, okay, I guess I can't do that.
10.
he has no reason to lie to you right now. You threatened to kill him.
Many times.
Yeah. Somewhat crazily.
All right then. Caldron, let him go, I guess, unless there's any other information you need.
Let him go.
Let him go. So
that was the deal.
All of that
was
said
the
about
deal.
mental instability. So Caldron will like pick him up, picks up one of the scimitars that like got dropped, hands it to him, and then kind of like unsheathes his greatsword like he's about to get ready for a duel.
Yeah, he runs.
And just gonna run after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him with my bow.
Take him. Oh, okay.
What?
Well, I won't get a chance to.
He's going down.
Wait, so we don't honor any kind of deals at all?
He goes down.
That was my deal.
He's an easy target.
Okay.
No runners in this. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your duel, but I wasn't gonna let him get to the camp before us.
Yeah, no worries.
I was gonna roll inside to see if he was honestly going to change his life around if we let him go, and then probably put arrow in him if he said.
I was afraid he was gonna go to the camp and alert them.
Well, he doesn't know where the camp is, so he's probably gonna be with one.
So
lone
he
guy.
says.
So.
Well, you said he had no reason to lie to you.
We
right
found
now.
him right on the tracks of the trail we were using to go get the
There's a
camp.
couple
They weren't that off track.
Yeah. He's pretty off track.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that, Dan.
No, you don't.
But I do because I'm a ranger.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have more pinpoint information of where the camp is and a little bit more about who is in it. So that's good.
That's true.
We also have a few black marks on our soul. So I think that's good. That's good.
I think from now on, Caldron and I should do the talking.
Why do you say that?
Because he's very efficient at it, and I like to eat chicken.
Well, not all the people we interrogate will have chicken.
You didn't
Possibly, actually, none of them going forward.
Well, then I would just be there intimidating with my bow and arrow.
All right then. You are an intimidating sight.
I am. Remember the first time we met?
No.
Damn near cried yourself to sleep.
I'm sorry.
I was dragging you in for delinquency.
I thought we met on this caravan, but maybe we
My
have a long history together.
completely out of character. My new favorite parts of this campaign are when Paul tells a story about Tito's character. Like, they're just so fucking random. Remember when we met? You fondled that woman and jumped off a cliff, and I had to save you.
I do now. Now it is clear. It's crystal clear.
I only hope they can become more increasingly outlandish.
Over time.
Yeah, right.
Well, we've already established that Maro had a drinking problem in his earlier years, so...
You established it, but yes, it has been established.
You agreed with it. You did not deny it. Because
I think what we've really established is no member of this party is mentally stable.
Presumably you've
in any way.
returned to the trail.
Yes, we have. I used my expert ranger tracking skills.
So all of you should roll wisdom perception.
God damn this.
All right. Low rolls aren't bad. They're just
Low.
reasons for role playing.
10.
Get out of here.
14.
12.
Okay. So you all spot it pretty far off. There's a kind of spot, a place where the trail narrows and passes between two rocky bluffs that kind of stretch out for 100 or so yards on either side. And it seems like what the prisoner you took was describing as where they would have posted a rear guard.
On the bluffs.
Right.
Well,
That was quick.
before we
Should we take a short rest?
I was about to suggest the same thing. We're
Okay. So we can just assume you took one at the campsite.
okay.
I will tell you all a story about the first time Hoult and I met.
That lets us heal an extra?
Regale us.
Yeah, an extra D6.
All right.
So you can spend
Oh.
hit dice, or you can just use what I'm giving you.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
both.
man.
Too.
I'll get extra hit points
I'm
off
not
Tito.
going to use what you're giving
do
me.
they-
No, that's just for me. You can roll your own D6.
Okay.
Do they only get it if they spend a hit die, or do they get it no matter what?
They get it no matter what.
Okay.
And so I only got one, so I'm going to spend a hit die.
Okay.
to regain.
So you get the hit die plus the Constitution modifier.
Oh,
I
was injured.
I get the D6 does not include the
No.
Constitution modifier. All right, so now I'm at full.
I'm so happy
So
I
wait.
took max Constitution.
Confused. When
Definitely.
you take
Even
a
with
rest,
a low roll, you still do pretty
you
well.
roll your hit die.
When you take a rest, you may spend your hit die, which are a limited resource, and then you roll that hit die and you add your Constitution modifier to it, and you get that many hit points back.
So you see this number here?
Yeah, what does that mean? It's limited. How so?
So
You only have 2 of them.
You only have 2. Right now, you only have 2 hit die
Until when?
until you take a long rest.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's basically a way that 5th edition is allowing you to kind of like heal between fights, but it's not like you just, every fight you just get better. It's like you eventually will like use up your store of being able to just continue on.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you've identified the spot of a likely ambush.
We will counter ambush.
Some of us aren't so great at sneaking up on things.
Well, then
Can
I will
we
sneak
see-
up and find the ambush point, and then I'll come back.
What
and
do I see?
Devise a way to counter ambush.
There is a gap between 2 large bluffs, 2 large rocky outcroppings basically in the land. The trail heads between them.
Okay. And how do we know this is an ambush?
The prisoner you took described
Told
this
us,
area
okay.
as where they were
rear
posted
guard.
a rear guard.
All right. So I would like to try to sneak up and get a closer look to see if I can notice anybody preparing an ambush.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 23.
So you spot a couple people. They are wearing similar black leather tunics with these kind of flared mantles, kind of leather shaped with cloth stretched over them.
Does it look like that girl's mantles?
It does, but it's black instead of purple. And there's a couple of them. You spot them kind of hiding between 2 boulders, watching the trail.
Okay. So I see a couple people then.
Yeah.
All right. I will come back to the party. A couple of lookouts wearing the same getup as those fellows we had lunch with.
No, this is a very different get-up than the fellows you had lunch with. The guys you had lunch with were just wearing like
Brown tunics.
some tunics and like a black
Leather.
jacket.
Let
These
me
guys
These
are
look
wearing,
more like that woman
Oh.
that had the pauldrons.
Let me rephrase.
This is much more like a uniform.
Let me rephrase. They are wearing a different, more uniformly getup than the gentleman we had lunch with.
So you're saying soldiers.
I believe that's what I implied. Yes.
Good. Another fair fight.
How should we proceed, Calvin?
Where exactly are they?
I will describe the rocks they are hanging out in.
Do we
Well,
think
a
there's any
sneak
way-
deserves a sneak.
Does it?
What do you think?
I think.
Is there any way? So
Could try to throw.
can you kind of
throwing the
describe
voice
exactly
directly
what
in.
it is?
So
it's-
if you're following the trail, you're going to come between 2 essentially steep cliffs on the side of these 2 bluffs. And they're on kind of rocky outcroppings on the sides of these cliffs. So they're a steep climb up the side away from the trail itself. The only way around would either be to go down the side of one of these bluffs and climb up further down that way, or to go all the way around.
Can we just climb up?
Yes, you could. I mean, you could go straight ahead and climb up to where they are. They will definitely see you.
There's no other
How many of them?
outcropping.
If you go away a few hundred yards and climb up one of the bluffs down there, you could backtrack to where they are.
Okay. I have climbing tools, if that sounds like a viable idea to anybody.
I have no idea how to best assault this.
How many of them? Holt?
I only saw a few of them. Probably are more hiding out.
Can you define with a little more certainty?
A few,
You saw
3.
2.
Or 2.
Well, you rolled 3 times, so I assume you were rolling 3 times for people hiding.
Hey, you can't count the
Yeah,
DM's
that's
dice
nice.
rolls.
Not how it works.
Like counting cards.
Well, we can either go straight up to center, and you two seem to be somewhat capable with your bow and arrows. If you want to try to take a bunch of extra time and go around the sides and climb up and try to climb down, there's that option.
I'm fine with a frontal assault.
Are you really?
As long as I'm not part of that frontal assault.
Yeah.
Meaning I can support you guys from behind.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
There's a lot I can do as long as I'm not in direct fire.
Well, it sounds like we're taking a straightforward approach. So Hoult pulls out a light crossbow.
Okay.
And starts kind of trotting up this trail. Unless anyone's going to say otherwise.
I stay back.
Well,
please don't do that again.
What?
Stay back.
It only works if we're all going the same way.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try to sneak alongside them.
You can go your own way.
Get out of here, Mac.
So here's what happened. If we're doing the frontal assault thing, I want to be sneaking alongside or something somehow, because I don't want to be a frontal assault thing, because that's going to get my ass kicked. So I would like to sneak and try to be stealthy until the time to strike, so that they think that there's only 3 idiots wandering up a trail into an obvious ambush versus 4 idiots wandering into an...
I see Justin being all... I'll wait till you're done.
15.
Oh, sorry.
15 on stealth.
Okay. Okay, so you all are just coming up the trail. You're able to go in. I mean, you get within 100 yards.
No.
50 yards.
Don't go in.
20 yards.
Don't go in. I stop. I
30
stop
feet.
at 20 yards.
Does it, I'm going to stop and just take a quick look around.
Okay. Roll perception.
So I think that I should be basically right on top of them, right?
Once you get between, were this you, as soon as you got between those 2 bluffs, you would basically rain missiles down on you from either cliff side, once you were trapped inside the, essentially, canyon.
I see. Can I see if I can spot either of them
certainly.
at this point? That's, what, perception?
Yeah.
13.
So you see one of them. I mean, there's a guy who's got kind of half a face out from behind a boulder, and he's watching you as you get closer.
All right. Well, if they aren't doing anything immediately and I know where they are, I'm going to keep trying to see if I can spot the other ones.
Okay, so you kind of keep looking around a little longer. The rest of you are just stopped for a second. You're not talking to each other. Hoult, are you holding off a little bit still, moving from
trying to be
cover to cover?
Sneaky.
Okay.
If I can see anybody, I'm just going to try to focus on them. So I can, when the shit hits the fan here, which is inevitably going to do.
One of the 2 guys who was there before is still there.
All right.
See him?
That's what he said.
Why don't you shoot him?
All right. Well, I guess if we're kicking this off,
You shoot him.
I will shoot him.
All right.
Okay, good.
Roll to attack with advantage.
That's gonna. That's gonna be a 24 or 26.
Nice.
These are what I rolled: 17 and 18.
You don't even need advantage.
No, I don't, because I'm Hoult. I right the outlaw wrongs of Baldur's Gate. Also, I scared off a dragon.
I was waiting for that.
You say that slower one more time.
If I say that, what?
What'd you get total?
I got a 26.
That's a hit.
That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay. That guy tumbles backwards, letting out a scream.
What? A willow scream again?
No.
It's a surprise arrow out of nowhere, and he yells out a scream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shot him an arrow.
Well, depending on where I shot him, he may not have made any noise at all, but I will leave it up to the DM discretion. I think I shot him in the head, so he had no time to react to make noise.
If only.
If only.
Headshot. Headshot. What happens after that?
It's eerily quiet.
Was that the guy? I whispered to Calvin, I'm like, was that the guy that you saw?
Was that the one that I saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the guy you had your eye on.
That's the only one I've seen so far.
Gone.
Didn't he say there was a couple?
He said there was at least 2.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
gonna cast Minor Illusion. And make it of Caldron walking through the canyon in front of us.
Okay. How big can Minor Illusion be?
I don't know. I assume it can be person sized, but
We're gonna have to
Can you
keep this by
impersonate his
I know,
voice?
right? I wish I had like a good place to just keep it open.
Can you impersonate his voice?
No, I can only do one or the other. I can only do a image or a sound. I can't do both yet.
I was gonna say, like, you could not, like, oh, I got that guy that was sneaking up on me. You know, make it sound like you only think there's one person.
Must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. So
a 5-foot cauldron.
Yeah, he's just 5 foot tall version of him.
Okay.
It's a little tinier version of Cuthbert.
That's pretty amazing.
Hey, 5-foot people aren't that tiny.
So,
I just want to point that out.
Now when you're more than 6 feet tall.
what's the save associated with this thing?
Intelligence, investigation,
Okay.
against my spell save DC, which is 15.
Okay.
No, 14. 14.
Okay.
You should have just gone with 15.
So you walk it into the area. This has a range of 30 feet, you said?
30 feet.
Okay. So you have it walk up to the entrance, basically, and then a crossbow bolt goes through it and hits the ground behind it.
Do I see where the crossbow came from?
No. Somewhere deeper inside the space between the two.
Okay. When that happens, they
sides.
immediately disbelieve the
It
illusion.
vanishes.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work.
So there's...
Do I hear anything? Do they make any comment on that?
You don't hear anything.
Where's their secondary
So it's the
outcropping
snap of
that I
a
saw?
Crossbow bolt. Crossbow firing.
So we're in like a little valley.
So I mean, yeah, you guys are in an openish area, right, with hills off away from you, and surrounding you there's boulders strewn about this countryside, and immediately in front of you there's basically 2 cliff faces running in opposite directions, your right and your left, and this is the gap between them.
Okay, and where did the illusion just go?
Into the gap between.
Oh, okay.
And as it walked into the gap between, it was shot with a crossbow bolt and vanished.
I see.
So are we under where they are? Could you give me a little bit of perspective? Okay.
They're ahead of you, right? In between these 2 cliff sides, probably.
Okay.
And these are like 45-degree angle kind of cliffs, and they're strewn with huge heavy boulders and rock outcroppings. So there's a ton of places to hide in them.
Yeah. So I can start climbing up reliably without thinking they can see me.
Yeah, probably.
I start climbing.
Okay, so you're gonna go kind of off to one side and start climbing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the side that is closer towards the ravine. Like I don't want to walk deeper into
Right.
Yeah.
You want to stay.
We want to go like straight up.
In good view
Perpendicular.
of your friends. And
Yeah.
head up towards the top of the bluff. Certainly, that's definitely an option.
I use my climbing gear.
You don't necessarily actually even need it. There's enough handholds and footholds that you just need to move cautiously.
Okay.
So you can start scrambling up. Your speed is 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so you are about halfway up within the next 15 seconds.
Okay. Can I see anything?
No, not really.
Okay. That's what I did.
And the rest of you are just watching her do this?
I will, I guess, do the same. I'll run out.
Same side as Hekabe?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a...
What do you see up there?
What?
What do you see up there?
I don't know. I'm still climbing up.
to support them, I'm going to go cast another minor illusion of someone climbing up the other way. One of them, Hekabe climbing up the other way.
Okay.
somatic element.
And at this point, you guys, as you start to climb up further, a guy steps up to, like, stands up as though he was laying on the bluff top above you, and he has a big rock held up over his head. And he starts to hurl it down, and everyone rolls for initiative.
This would be a good challenge. Time to roll high.
You probably shouldn't have yelled out, what did you see up there?
I already know we're here.
I just can't roll for shit.
So they probably didn't necessarily know we were climbing up.
13.
Except that one of the guys just yelled out.
He yelled out and died. He didn't know they were people climbing up.
13, Hekabe?
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
I'm
not gonna argue, dude. It's fine. 24.
Holt and Caldron yelling at each other?
Well, no, this was out of character.
Oh, okay.
And Holt, what'd you get?
24.
Jeez. Maro? What'd you get?
12.
Okay. And Caldron, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, well. Big
Caldron is not Boulder.
big spenders.
Can actually roll initiative for once.
Yay! He's got some dexterity.
So, Holt, you are on a cliffside climbing.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm gonna try to climb up as fast as I can because
Okay, so you're gonna scramble up at this guy.
I can't shoot anybody with an arrow and
As
someone
he starts to throw. You could stop.
totally could.
And
What
take
are
out
you
your
talking
bow and take a shot at him.
How? I'm halfway up a cliff face.
It's like
It's a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
and
you could like brace your back foot against a boulder
Oh,
and your front
okay.
foot against the cliff face. And
in
take a
that
shot.
case, I would do that.
Okay.
Like that's what I would do. So, all right. That's gonna be 18 for 6 points of damage.
That's a hit,
Woohoo!
and that guy falls over or stumbles back.
Okay.
Still holding the boulder.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got this heavy rock over his. I mean, it's as heavy a rock as like a human can lift. So it's a bigger than
Fair size.
your head, but not
Okay.
like a. It's not
So he's
like
not a stone giant.
boulder.
Stone
he's not a
giant about to
giant.
squash him.
He's just a person. That said, that would crush your ribcage. Real good. Speaking of crushing your ribcage is real good, he throws it
At?
at. Who would you throw it at? The guy with the longbow.
The
He
guy
needs
who
to
just
make
shot him.
a dexterity save.
This should suck.
You have a dexterity.
Nope, 22.
I like how Paul
Okay.
was about to be like, oh, this should be good. I have a high dex.
Well, I can grab it,
and then
though,
he
that's what I'm saying.
changed.
So you step to one side, and simultaneously on the other side, a rather larger rock comes tumbling down the cliff face onto the illusion, vanishing it, and hits the ground below. It's like someone rolled that one over the edge. And a guy steps up with a spear and throws it at Hekabe. What's your AC, Hekabe?
16.
Okay, he misses. You manage to roll to one side, dodge it a little bit,
That was close.
and at the same time, Caldron, actually. It's Caldron's turn.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna take a shot with my crossbow at the guy that has an arrow sticking out of him.
Okay.
That it will be for 19 and 6 points of damage if it hits.
That hits, and he goes down.
Chunk.
It's Hecabe's turn.
Who do I see?
There is a guy above you holding a spear. You could get up there this round and start fighting him.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up, charge him,
Okay.
whack.
Woohoo!
Not so much.
8.
Yeah. You are unable to find your footing quickly after you get up, and he dances back out of the way
Okay.
as you strike at him. And then it's Maro's turn.
I
You're back with
am
Caldron.
going to viciously mock him.
Okay.
And say, you know what they say about people who have a big stick? overcompensation. And he's got to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
He does not make it.
And he takes 3 points of psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his...
Yes, he does.
You're talking about his penis.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, wait, I'm fighting a woman. How did you know?
At this point, a leather-armored man holding a spear, as well as a man with a spear and shield wearing chain armor, come running out from between the cliffs ahead. They are quickly followed by 2 men wearing robes with kind of larger mantles. One of those 2 men stops and begins to make gesticulations and chant, and you feel a wave of magic radiate out of him.
We're still on initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other points his finger at Caladrin and says some magic words, and a blast of searing heat flies out of his finger at Caladrin.
I think
He has to make a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Dexterity save.
And Flagio.
Ouch.
10.
Okay. You take 3 points of fire damage.
Ow.
That's not too much.
4.
The guard, the man in the chainmail with the shield hurls his spear at Caladrin as well, missing, and he then takes a second spear that the cultist hands him, the guy beside him, and both of those guys, the cultist-looking guy then like kind of sets his weapon, and it seems like they're trying to guard these 2 robed guys. They're staying between you and them.
So just be clear, there's 4
4 guys on the ground in front of you.
on the ground, and there's 1 fighting Hekabe
There's
up
one fighting Hekabe up above.
Okay.
And it's currently Hoult's turn.
Do I see the guy who's casting magic from my vantage point, or no?
From where you are, you can't see him very well.
All right, who can I see?
You can see the guy in melee combat with Hekabe up above,
Okay,
and that's it.
that's it?
Yeah.
I guess I will scramble this way up cliff then.
Okay. So at this point, you can see the guy fighting Hekabe, and you can see 2 more guys across the gap between the 2 bluffs who look like they are just like, they're like panting with their hands on their knees. They must be the guys who rolled down that boulder.
Okay, do I attack them, or is that my full move to get
You
them?
can attack them.
Okay, good. I'm going to shoot one of them with a longbow.
Okay.
It's going to be a 13
Hits.
Nice.
or 8 damage.
Okay. And they then turn and
You can hit on a 5. That's
grab
insane.
grab for their javelins, which they throw at you.
Okay. Well, a lot of the armored guys I can hit on 5.
What's your AC?
15.
How do you know that?
15. Okay.
Is it Dex modifier?
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
I'm built for
I'm a
shooting.
ranger, crazy dex guy, and I also
Shooting
have
with a
archery
bow.
specialties.
What's your Dex modifier?
+4. My physical is +2. My archery specialty is another +2, so it's +8.
So you take 4 damage from a javelin hit, Hoult. And then the person with the spear fighting Hekabe hits her. She takes 6.
Shit.
Actually, sorry, 5.
Okay, that's better.
On a disadvantage?
One
Did he roll disadvantage?
He did roll disadvantage.
Wow.
He rolled like a 15 and then.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I would.
Thank you.
As a DM, I would have forgotten.
I appreciate that.
And then it's Caladrin's turn.
So Caladrin's like midway through like reloading his crossbow.
Right.
And he sees like a whole bunch of guys come out. And he
Right.
gets kind of like a wicked smile, and he just drops the crossbow.
Okay.
And just runs straight at the guy with the shield and
Right.
spear, and he's going to attack him. And we're gonna do some war priesty stuff because wow, there's a bunch of them.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I rolled a 5, but I'm going to use my Channel Divinity
Okay.
for War, which is Guided Strike, which
Okay.
lets me add 10 before you tell me if I miss or not.
Okay.
So I'm going to make it a 15, and then my attack bonus will make it a 20.
That's it.
All right. So we do 9 plus 3, so we do 12 damage to him.
Okay, he goes down. Your great your great sword cleaves through the top half of his wooden shield and takes him in the side of the head. It's over for him.
And then we're going to continue to be War Priesty, which
Okay.
one of the things the War Priest gets to do is I have a number of bonus attacks equal to my wisdom modifier.
Okay.
Every day. So I'm going to take another strike at these guys.
And the cultist next to you had readied his action, so he's going to take his free attack against you, which misses.
Okay. Does 10 hit the cultist?
It doesn't.
Okay. And I missed with that one.
Okay, so yeah, he manages to parry before you take him out, and then it is Hekabe's turn.
I'm gonna swing at the guy with the spear.
Right.
Spear.
Yeah.
Spear. Damn it. 11.
Doesn't hit.
Okay.
Maro.
I am